A family lawyer says Smith never used or brandished a gun as he and his wife were shot.
According to the attorney, the gunman appeared behind them and opened fire, shooting her first and then shooting her husband 8 times, 7 times in the back.
Some 36,000 Verizon workers walked off the job today after failing to reach a new labor agreement. The workers have gone without a contract since August, and they're looking for Verizon to come to the table with a better offer. I'm Barbara Cusack.
Every day, a new must-have smart product launches. Here's what's smart. Protecting what matters. Your home, your family. Kidde makes that simple. Worry-free smoke and carbon monoxide alarms provide 10 years of nonstop power, no low battery chirps, and the remote link monitor and camera guard your home while you're gone and send alerts to your phone. No cords, no hubs, no stress. Smart, simple security. They've been protecting homes for nearly 100 years. Choose Kidde at the Home Depot. Now that's smart.
Black Friday savings in the spring? You'll find them now at the Home Depot. Like a 3/4 cubic foot bag of Miracle-Gro garden soil, right now 5 for just $10. It's called Miracle-Gro for a reason. Specially formulated for bigger, more beautiful plants, guaranteed. That'll make the Yard of the Month sign really pop. This is the next generation of blooming. With Spring Black Friday savings now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing, while supplies last.
For the third time in a week, the Rays came up with a come-from-behind victory at home and once again got a big home run to take the lead for good.
3-2 pitch, swing and a drive, left center field and deep, and Logan Forsythe has just hit it out. Logan Forsythe with a 2-run home run, and he takes a 3-2 pitch from Corey Kluber into the left center field seats, and he gives the Rays a 3-1 lead here in the 8th.
Logan Forsythe had one of 2 2-run homers for the Rays in the 8th inning and a 5-1 victory over Cleveland that would not have happened without terrific pitching by Matt Moore.
Now Matt ready, and the 3-2 pitch on its way to Uribe. Swung on and missed, strike 3. He got him. And Matt Moore with a pretty impressive outing today.
Moore went 7, allowed just a single run as the Rays improved to 3-4. Drew Smyly starts tonight, airtime on the Rays Baseball Network at 6:30. With the Rays Report, I'm Neil Solondz.
Catch the Rays all season on the Rays Radio Network. For tickets, visit RaysBaseball.com.
Arg, matey. When it's time for lunch, when it's time for dinner, when the show's over, when the day's over, when it's time to chill, where do we go? Over to Naughty Nancy's Food Shack and Crow's Nest Pub. It's literally in our backyard, right in back of the WTAN studios at 700 Eldridge Street, just north of downtown Clearwater. Just look for the broadcast tower. Nancy's food and atmosphere get rave reviews. The laid-back patio is a great place to hang out, dine, and listen to live music at night. And Nancy's one of the friendliest proprietors in town. And now, Nancy is serving Sunday Jazz Brunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Brunch served with Eggs Benedict, crepes, waffles, lox and bagels, shrimp, oysters, and a build-your-own omelet. That's all at Naughty Nancy's Food Shack and Crow's Nest Pub, 700 Eldridge Street in Clearwater. That's right where Eldridge crosses the Pinellas Trail between Myrtle and Fort Harrison. Call 446-3717. 446-3717. You're listening to the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Are you looking for some great restaurants? For some great wines? Where are the great chefs? Listen to Dine Out Radio, heard every Wednesday on the Tan Talk Radio Network. 12 to 1 p.m., we'll tell you where all the great events are. We'll have Food and Wine Magazine and Bon Appetit Magazine. We'll have their editors and writers on each month. And maybe we'll throw in a couple surprises. Check out the website, diningoutradio.com.
My bridges all. Hi, this is Paul Malloy, host of Freedom Works, the Paul Malloy Show, heard every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, here on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Please join us and our guests as we focus a libertarian spotlight on what's happening in our politics and culture. If you thought our Constitution and the Declaration of Independence really did stand for individual freedom, then you'll be coming to the right place. Again, that's Freedom Works, the Paul Malloy Show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
From the Sunshine State, this is Tampa Bay's Tan Talk.
Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Everybody comes here. This is Hollywood, land of dreams. Some dreams come true, some don't. But keep on dreaming. This is Hollywood. Always time to dream, so keep on dreaming.
It's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's the most entertaining show in the Clearwater area, Hollywood Connections, with your host, Yvonne Madison, and the lady with all the connections, Dawn Reese. Take it away.
Hello and welcome to Hollywood Connections here in Clearwater, Florida. We're super excited. If you're watching us on the live internet, we're at 1340, actually tantalk1340.com. Check us out and you'll see what we are doing here. We're super excited. Yvonne, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I know. What a show today, huh?
Yes.
So I've given everyone Hawaiian leis today, and we have.
I have mine.
I know, and Ivy's going to get yours in a minute, and also, and let's go to that commercial where we just set up a couple of things. We'll go to the Fashion Hero TV show, www.thefashionhero.com, and
I'm Brooke Hogan, and this is the Fashion Hero.
It's a shame that people who don't fit the impossible standards of ultimate beauty face rejection in their day-to-day lives. What kind of world do we live in?
The Fashion Hero is an international movement that's changing the unrealistic standards of the fashion industry. It's a global search for real people, men and women between 16 and 40 years old who want to turn the fashion world on its ear by proving that beauty comes in all shapes, sizes, and ethnicities. It's time to give fashion a huge dose of self-esteem and be a role model for people everywhere.
The Fashion Hero and social media community cast their votes on the website. Each brand chose their top finalists from the thousands of entries on the website. They're heading off to Mexico to see if they have what it takes to be the Fashion Hero.
At stake for the finalists, a chance to represent some of the hottest brands in the world in an international marketing campaign. These are the faces that may help change the fashion world forever.
They've come from all over the world, and they all have a strong emotional connection to the Fashion Hero's mission.
The Fashion Hero really rings true to my heart because to help them understand that they are beautiful, that life can be fun if you just accept yourself.
You're beautiful no matter who you are, what you do, and you can find beauty within.
There's hundreds of thousands of young girls all over the world, and their dreams are to become models. But because of heights, because of size, because of all kinds of different standards, they cannot realize their dreams.
Our brands are here because they have a strong emotional connection to the Fashion Hero mission.
There's really a big buzz around the Jonathan Kane brand, our shoes, our dresses right now.
My product is Moose Knuckles. It's born of Canadian heritage, personality, sports, and leisure. I want to export that brand to the world.
We designed watches and jewelry. Thought it was a fabulous project and very excited to be a part of it.
Dieses Konzept, dass die Schönheit aus dem Inneren kommt und dass normale Leute wie du und ich auch die Möglichkeit haben.
They believe in the message that beauty comes from within and comes in many different packages.
Each brand manager will choose only one or two of their finalists to be part of an international marketing campaign for the brand.
Team Moose Knuckles!
The stakes are very high.
This is their last chance to wow the brand managers and prove that they are the Fashion Hero.
Team Tokara! Jonathan Kane!
The mission of the Fashion Hero.
You can go to thefashionhero.com TV show, and we're going to go right into Holly's commercial. And Holly, say hi.
Hi.
She has got something really exciting. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Holly Caputo, and I'm the owner of the Star Movement, and I'm here to meet everybody today.
That's right. We're going to go live on Facebook in a minute. So this is Holly's commercial. We'll be right back.
Are you the best actor, singer, dancer, model? Then come out and audition for the Star Movement. Be part of our 100% success. Meet the top agents, managers, record labels, cruise lines, theme parks, production companies, and more. Go to www.thestarmovement.com to contact us. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And we're back. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Super hot show today. And it's very Caribbean. So if you're tuning in, you're going to see the ocean backdrop. We're actually kind of inviting you to Florida. Come to Florida.
Oh, that's another one.
I know. You like it?
Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Well, in the meantime, you want to introduce our guest to your right?
Yes, Miss Nalia. Did I say it right?
Right.
Naira.
Yeah, hi. How are you? And you are?
A dancer, a singer, actor, all of it, basically.
Now, I met you about when you were so high, and you were in grade school, and you had a poster, and you were in the schools. But now you're here auditioning for Holly today, live on the radio. And so, Peter, do we have her music ready to go?
Absolutely, we got it.
Live auditions right here at tantalk1340.com. Tune in, listen to this audition. Let's see if she makes the cut.
Baby, don't let me down. Got a lot going on right now, and I need you to hold me. I need you to hold me. Baby, don't let me down. Got a lot going on right now, and I need you beside me. I need you beside me. And when it gets cold and I'm feeling kinda lonely, I'm hoping that you come and put a cover on me. When it gets cold and I'm feeling kinda lonely, I'm hoping that you come and put a cover on me. Baby, if I break down, will you catch my tears before they hit the ground? The ground. Baby, if I open my mouth and all my darkest memories know how, I need you to stick around. I need you to stick around. And when it gets cold and I'm feeling kind of lonely, I'm hoping that
Oh, that was wonderful.
I'm 16.
We're not on the air. Is that still you singing? No. We need you. We're done. And we're back. So that was our first audition here. And Holly, tell everybody what you do.
Well, just a little bit about my background. I grew up in the performance world. I grew up in New York. I was an actor, singer, dancer myself. Had my professional career, and then I was an agent for 10 years. So, during that time, I got to meet people like yourselves who wanted to make it in the industry. And, I always tell people when I meet them that I've already met your twin, triplet, and quadruple. And so it's what do you bring to the table that's different than them, and are you the complete package? Because if you have holes in your package of what you're presenting to us, we're going to see through that. And your twin or triplet or somebody else is going to book the job or be signed to the record label or, and a lot of people just aren't aware of that. I always say performers have tunnel vision. They see what's in front of their nose and they miss what the entire piece of the pie is. And agents and people who are casting, they see the complete package. And that's what we always have to explain to everybody.
And I'd like to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. So if you find somebody like this, what can you do personally to help them?
Sure. My biggest thing is that first of all, if you want to be a singer, are you technically sound? Because if you're not singing properly, how are you supposed to go out on tour when you're not singing properly? Because you're going to end up ruining your voice. One of the great things that the movie Pitch Perfect brought to the table was about nodes. And those are real things. You know, they made a big thing. Everybody laughed about it. But if you do not take care of your vocal cords, you're going to ruin them. And there's no way that you're going to go out on tour and sing every single night, you know, out of 10 and think that you're going to be able to keep your instrument.
So would you say to a person like this, they need a professional trainer?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that my company now helps with. You know, there's lots of people who offer training out there, but is it the right training? And is it the right direction for you? I try to put people with exactly who they need to be with. So, and everybody's going in a different direction. Everyone's an individual. You know, and everybody has a different voice. They come from something different. Are you singing musical theater? Is it pop rock you're singing? Is it R&B? So, you know, is it the same technique that you need to know? Absolutely. And once you learn that technique, is it going to broaden your horizon and make you a better singer? For sure. Your range is going to double of what it was before. But you have to first have that before you can go forward in anything else. You know, and then there's definitely different techniques. Obviously, if you're classically trained, you sing a little bit different than someone who has a, you know, pop rock background. But it's important to know and to be diverse, because nowadays in the music business as well as in the dance world, music is morphed, dance is morphed. So you have to be really, really versatile. And you know, if you know, like a Taylor Swift, I mean, yeah, she goes out and she sings in all these different genres, but she established herself. You know who her brand is. When you hear her on the radio, you know who it is. And you've got to be the complete package first. And that's one of the things that we help with, is helping you to become the complete package, and then we'll help put you in front of the right people.
And knowing that, are you saying also that she would have to create her own style?
Well, that's how we help to find with you. You know, what's your voice?
Yes.
You know, in finding your voice, your tone, working on your technique, so that, again, when we hear you, you are the complete package.
Yes.
Then. And that is, you have to be a brand. You know, and then we've got to brand you out and put you on social media, establish your name. Are you a group? Are you a solo artist? What is your name? So all of those things, you've got to be the complete package and know exactly who you are before you can go in front of the right people. Because otherwise, you know, I mean, if you've ever watched American Idol or watched The Voice, that's one of the first things that they say. If they're not sure what direction somebody's going in, they'll look at you and say, yeah, you're good, but we're not sure which way you want to go.
I have to ask you a question. That song, did you write it yourself? Is that unique to you?
No, it wasn't a song that I wrote. I write songs, but I just didn't sing them today. It was a song that, well, I have a voice lesson. So she picked the song out for me, and she was like, okay, we'll try it. So I just started trying.
So you have a voice teacher?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, real quick, too, because I know we have a full house, and I just want to ask you, what is your dream? Where do you see yourself? What do you want to do if you could pick your direction?
My direction would be dance, because I've been doing it for so long, and I'm just now starting to actually start to see my artistic direction into dance. So I'm just starting now to find it.
Okay.
And I think I should continue to find it.
And what type of dance do you do?
I do ballet.
Okay.
And modern, but I'm really classical trained.
Well, you were a dancer, too.
Yes, I was a dancer. And I'm classically trained as well. So, in the dance world, honestly, because of great platforms like So You Think You Can Dance, it gave dance a platform. So now you see dance in movies, you see it in commercials, you see dance in places that you never saw. It kind of was lost for a little while. But now, and we actually have dance agents now as well. So dance has definitely broadened itself. But I always tell dancers, I say, you know, dance is a short career. And if you're like me who had injuries, it becomes shorter. You know, and there's got to be, if you really love this industry, then let's broaden you. Let's get you doing commercial work also. Let's get you on the acting side of things. So that, you know, I mean, some dancers don't want to talk. But obviously you're a singer as well, so talking, and you said you do acting as well. But let's broaden you, and so that you can do more, you know. And like I said, there are a lot more outlets now for dance, so it's great.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about dance right now. We want to thank you for joining us. We have after interviews with you as well. We're going to get, actually, Ivy to dance for a second. We're going to go to Take Two audition for Holly, and we're going to get to Lori in a minute and our other callers in just a second. Thank you for standing by. And we've got our Michael Jackson impersonator, but we also have our Ivy Michael Jackson impersonator is one of our reporters out on the red carpet. So let's get some Michael Jackson. Here we go.
This is
Holly, what do you think about having Ivy at Star Movement?
I love Ivy. So she was so on point. So on
Thank
point.
you.
Yes.
You know, like I said, and we were talking earlier about broadening yourself. That's awesome that you have now embodied Michael Jackson and such a great impersonation. But, you know, my question for you is what else do you do? Do you do other styles of dance? Because there's a whole world out there. And I believe so many people just, again, have that tunnel vision. They only see what's in front of their nose. But yet there's so many other things and possibilities that you could be doing. So,
I mean, if I'm not doing Michael, I do hip hop, I do crump, I do break dancing sometimes. I do backflips. So I do everything in between. So if I'm not doing Michael, I do something else. So that's part of it.
But it's all in the dance genre.
Yes, of course. And like I said, I have a twin sister. She does ballet, contemporary, modern. She's in this company called Dudum Dole African Ballet. So we help each other. You know, we feed our energy towards each other. So that's how it starts.
And I also would like to say that neither one of them had any dance instructions. Everything that they do, they learned it on their own.
okay, very interesting. You know, there's the one thing that I always tell dancers, though, and especially, and So You Think You Dance will definitely echo this, is that if you come from street dancing and if you're self-taught, you definitely, though, if you want to move forward in the dance world, you've got to learn to work with a choreographer. Because if you're going to go to an audition or you want to be a background dancer for anybody, you've got to be able to pick up choreography from somebody. So, and it's got to be right away. You got to be able to look at it and do it back. So that's one of the things, is that definitely have your own style. Know who you are, but broaden yourself. Go in, take a class, just so that you're able to then, you know, be able to pick up from a choreographer, because otherwise it's going to stop you from working. So
awesome advice from Holly. Let's go to Alexia's interview on the red carpet that she was just at. Alexia, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, we love you, our top reporter here to the Stars and Major Artists. As we do that, we're going to come back with Lori. She's on the phone. And another reporter, her mom, they're down on a set down in South Florida. And are we ready for Alexia? And we'll be back to change seats here in the house. Enjoy this interview.
I'm Alexia Maria Orwella, reporting for Hollywood Connections on Tantalk Radio at the Gasparilla International Film Festival, and I'm here with...
And Jani Pandey. I'm a director, producer, and production manager.
Joanne Marino, production manager.
So can you tell us about your film here?
This film name is Not Meant to Understand. This is about a very critical international issue. So many people at their early life think like having child is a problem. And at the end of after retirement, they are revisiting and thinking whether that decision was good or not. So that's the problem, and that's the main story of this. And it's an open, thought-provoking. I was the director-producer, and Joanne Marine, she helped me in that production. You want to say something about it?
It's basically just about decisions that people make in life and the effects that it has later on in life. So it's all about choices that people make.
Wonderful. And how did you get on board to be a post-production on such a, meaningful film? Have you done previous film work before, and that's why you decided to?
I have done other films, yes.
What other kind of films have you done?
I've been on Bloodlines on the Netflix television series with Sissy Spacek.
We are so short on time, so we are short on time. We have such a full house here. And it was so funny. The other day someone said when we were at the station, there's so many people there. And Lola goes, oh, don't worry, that's Dawn. She's got everything covered. So, Alexia, thank you for doing that. And where did you do that interview for us?
I did it at the Gasparilla International Film Festival in Ybor. I believe it was last week or the week before that.
And you met so many connections.
I did. It was awesome. I went for 2 days. And within those 2 days, I met I think I interviewed over 30 people.
I know.
And
film directors.
It's amazing because there's so many people that come from not only in Florida, but they come from Canada and all New York and Detroit and everywhere, and they're coming there and they have their film there. It's amazing to.
I know you have 2 more coming up. We've got Sunscreen and the Orlando Christian Film Festival.
Oh wow! I love that. I attended it last year. I attended both of them last year.
And Stephen Baldwin was there.
Yes, I met him last year.
I know.
Nice.
So let's go on the phones with Lori. Is Lori still there?
Yes.
Hi.
Dawn. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Are you still down in South Florida?
No, we just got back from filming for The Love of Zeus. We did International Mermaid did her filming there, and it was a really productive weekend.
I know, and I'm so excited because you got to meet one of the writers from the Charlie Angels song.
Yes, Donna Litton. She is the original theme song artist who actually wrote that song and sung that song for that theme show, which still is continuing to play. And she's done many other projects in her life, but she's actually one of the actors on the set with Katarina for The Love of Zeus. She plays Mermaid Mom,
right?
Which is Katarina's mom on the film set. So we got to spend probably 8 hours with her on the set, and we did an exclusive interview, which is very interesting. We'll have that up for you next week.
Okay.
And we also interviewed another really popular actor there. He's playing the character Zeus, and he has a very interesting story, and we interviewed him as well.
Very cool. Now, is she with you today, or is that going to be later?
No, she's not with us today. We're setting something up. She has a very busy schedule because she does a lot of other projects, but we're hoping to get her on next Wednesday along with her interview.
Oh, fabulous. Now, we have also in the house, I've been sending you things on Holly, the Star Movement, and your daughter is how old again?
She's 19. She'll be 20 in November.
Okay, and she's one of my reporters also, and she's a mermaid.
Nice.
So we're taking her in the schools. And what would you like to ask Holly, Lori? She's here from Orlando.
Well, Dawn's been very helpful. Katarina's just got another part playing a lead role in a movie called Crowley's Tomb. She's playing a vampire, and she's just kind of stepping into the acting field. She's done mostly modeling and stuff like that. As far as doing the IMB filming, what would you suggest for her being a new actress? Like, how much of that do you think she needs to get underneath of her belt?
Well, definitely. Agents, one of the first things when you want to work with an agent, they definitely look at your resume. They want to know, do you have experience on set? Because that's really, really important. Right. Getting on set, you learn terminology. You learn what back to one means. Just little things. You learn exactly how everything works, and that's really, really important. When an agent submits an actor for an audition to a casting director, the casting director is most certainly going to look at their resume. They want to know, can they handle themselves on set? So experience is really, really important. Go have her get some training. We with the Star Movement, we definitely offer training and help people get into the industry so then they can get with an agent and obviously book more work for themselves.
Right. Well, she's been very fortunate so far. Dawn's been, quite helpful with my daughter having her own business. She's got a lot of experience, and she picks up lines, and she's got a photographic memory. So when we go onto the set, they hear her do a few lines, and they're like, they just kind of cast her. So we've been very fortunate with that. Hopefully
that's
good
great.
fortune continues.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's important. If she's going to be staying in Florida, Florida also is very much of a commercial market. So learning how to do commercials, because commercials pay the bills. And one commercial for some of my kids, when I was an agent, they paid college. So learning, and it's a technique, as I was telling dancers before, knowing the difference between ballet and tap, it's the same thing in the acting world. It's different from the theater world to the commercial world to working film and TV. They're different techniques. So making sure that you know the ins and outs of them. And as I tell anybody, if you want to be good at something, you got to know all about it, and you got to know all the ins and outs of it. So if you only kind of know it, well, you're only going to kind of be good at it.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, we try to pick up pieces in here and there and get as much knowledge as we can, and having her own business has given her a lot of experience out there in the real world, and be able to talk to people, and Dawn's been very helpful. And I do agree. I was listening to you earlier about, having the experience with choreography. My daughter's done dance her whole life, but it's a totally different ball game when she does a lot of castings for Disney, and I tell you, she's been on a set, and they give you about 10 minutes. They're like, here, go.
Absolutely.
And you could be the best dancer in the world in your living room or be a street dancer, but then when you get into a choreographer who teaches you something in 10 minutes, you got to be able to pick that up.
Absolutely. And they only show it to you, one or two times.
One or two times,
exactly.
And then they walk away and they go, we'll be back. And then you come back and everybody, But, she had a little bit experience with that with competitive cheerleading. They'd have a choreographer flown in from Texas, and they'd give them about a day to learn the whole thing, and then the next day they'd have to try out. So
yeah.
Well, Lori, we want to thank you, but before you go, I'm so excited because do you know what my wake-up call is?
The name of Charlie Angels.
Well, actually, it's really funny. Listen.
Oh, Lord.
Time to go to work. Get up. Well, we want to thank you, Lori, and I'll connect you with Holly again so you both can connect.
Yeah.
That's what Hollywood Connections is all about, to help you get connected.
Yep, and we'll be in touch coming up in May. We're going away for 3 days to do the final episode for The Love of Zeus. So there's going to be about 65 actors there, and one of the actors that'll be there, he actually plays on The Vampire Diaries. He's co-hosting with Katarina, so we'll get a lot of interviews for you that weekend.
Perfect, and I'll hook you up with Holly as well after the show.
Sounds
all right,
great.
Thank you. And I know everybody's been so patient, and I know our call, we're blowing up on the phone, I heard. We do have Cara on, and I know Andrew is about to call in. Andrew, we're still good. Your call is next if we can get you on here, and we definitely need you on the air with us in 5 minutes. Cara, how are you? Are you there?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Tara.
Kara.
I'm like, wait a second. I think they're talking to me.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule as Hollywood Connections. You know, Holly was a top agent for 10 years. Mm-hmm. She had 2 agencies. Now she runs the Star Movement, and she is doing super well with that. Tell everybody what you do and your background.
I do voiceovers for a living, so I call myself a talker. I make the funny voices. I do lots of cartoons and commercials and video games, whatever requires talking. That's what I do.
That's fun.
Okay, and also too, Holly, while we have you on, tell us some of the shows that you've worked on as a voiceover.
Oh, me. Hi.
Right.
Okay.
Hi.
Sorry. I thought
You said Holly.
You
Yeah.
said Holly.
She's all confused,
Yes.
right?
Well, you're right. It is a full house. The ones that people really know are shows like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, some stuff for Barbie, video games like Dead Island, all different stuff, and lots of commercials, lots of stuff for McDonald's, things like that. Lots of perky stuff.
Well, while I have you, and Holly knows voiceovers, and this is important because people say, and I got a guy calling in about 20 minutes on a voiceover, I got to tell you, and they don't know what to do, Holly. Advice to new talent out there with voiceovers. Do you take voiceovers as well?
You know, I take mostly on camera because voiceover is, nowadays with technology being as is, there are a lot of companies that kind of run their own voiceovers. They don't necessarily even go to agencies anymore. But obviously, if you're the all-around actor and can be a voiceover as well, Kurt, you don't want to do in front of the camera acting as well, only voiceover?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I've done that. My background is in theater.
Okay.
And I spent years hosting a television show and all that, but the voiceover stuff was what I really loved.
Yeah.
So
it's
I stuck
fun.
with it.
It's really
and
fun.
I work in my pajamas a lot of the time.
That's great.
Well,
Even more.
can I ask who your agent is or manager?
I'm with several agencies in Los Angeles. My voiceover agency in New York is Abrams Artists.
Yeah. And Abrams is top. You know, it's in Florida locally. We don't have as much work as they would have there. And like I said, there are a lot of companies that literally they host, you know, tons of voiceover artists themselves. But yeah, Abrams is a great agency. So
yeah, I'm a fan.
Well, the reason we had you calling because I want people to know who you are. We met at Fanboy, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time.
Sure. And
give everybody your website because I did post it on Social Media Network. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, it's just tarasands.com, TARASANDS, and .com, and my Instagram and Twitter stuff is just Tara Sands LA. Pretty easy. I try to post when I remember to.
Okay. Well, Tara, we want to thank you again, and anytime you're in Florida, please come into the station with us and enjoy the show with us. That would be awesome.
Sure. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. You know, this is what I'm talking about, voiceovers and people. They don't know how to get in the business. That's
Right.
why I'm here to launch you to different areas.
Right. And most people don't, like she said, she started as a theater actor. So most people don't start in voiceover work. Though there are some that have a great voice, that's always their question. And it is hard to just get started in voiceover work.
Right.
I mean, she was fortunate because she started, you know, on the stage.
Right,
So
right.
that at least helped her get with the right people and then to go ahead and audition for, you know, a big agency like Abrams. So
Well, we also have somebody on the phone from Star Movement. Dan?
Dane.
Dan.
Dane.
Oh, okay. Hi. You're on the air live. How are you?
I'm rocking. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Holly, take over. I'm going to go live on Facebook.
Dane was part of our showcase in December, and Dane had never. He came from a music background, but he had never done anything on the acting or the modeling side of things. And literally, I had told Dane, I said, just do me a favor, just follow me with this. And sure enough, the day of the showcase, Dane, I'll let you explain exactly what happened and how things changed from there.
Yeah, I mean, basically what it came down to, just like Holly said, she was the one that approached me at my gym, and I had only been in town here in Orlando maybe a month, not even, really fresh into town. And when we first started talking about it, I was kind of skeptical, but I knew she knew what she was talking about. So I did my lessons, I did what I had to do, but it definitely paid off in the end because like I said, we did that showcase, and when we did that, not only did I have, I think it was 6 agencies that were interested in me that day, from not knowing anything, to having that. And then literally right next door, there was a Nike showcase that Holly also kind of had a hand in, or a casting rather for that. And I booked my first real gig the same day as the showcase. So it was fantastic turnout, the way everything had really worked out for me that way.
When you did that showcase, where was it? What city?
We were in Orlando.
That was over in, well, yeah, the casting was here in Orlando, but the showcase for Holly was, that was in Orlando as well.
Yeah, we were in Orlando. But he booked Nike from when I was an agent. Nike was one of my old clients. And so they came to town. And, of course, same day is our biggest event.
Wow.
But Dane literally, that day, everything changed, signed with a bunch of agents, booked his first major job. And then, tell us some of the stuff that you've been working on lately.
Yeah, it's been a crazy month or two. I have 2 agencies here in town in Orlando. I'm working with Diamond and CFT. And I've actually done a lot of photo shoots lately. So I've done some stuff for Disney. I did one for Bahama Breeze the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a really cool one. But also a couple of runways. Not only Nike, but I did one for a grand opening of a mall up in Daytona. So just it's been a very busy and surprising couple of months, actually, within the business.
Let me ask you this, because I've been to a lot of things around the country, and people always say, how does this work? If you go to an event, and it is Los Angeles, I'm going to go back in time with different events, and this is just an example.
Right.
And they say, we like you, we want to sign you, but you have to move to L.A. So what the advantage is, Holly, you're here in Florida.
Well, I bring in people from all over, though. So not just Florida agents. I bring in LA. I bring in New York. For example, Dane signed with agencies not only in Florida. The 2 he listed were just here in Orlando. So we got him listed with other people. So that way, if you fit other markets that you can work in, you can be working with them.
Now, do you tell them, remember Mel Johnson from Universal back in the days? And he said, what's a plane fare out there? Go out there.
Well, you don't even need that anymore because of technology. If you're an actor, you can put yourself on tape for it, and that's how. I mean, even I can't think of his name from Twilight. His audition. What's his name? Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
He auditioned from London for that, sent in a video, and sure enough, they said, okay, you have a callback, but we need you to come to LA. And that's the thing. If you get a callback, then you go. But if you're just auditioning, then hey, put yourself on tape in your living room, make sure the lighting's good, sounds good, and you get a callback, then you go.
Thank you. That's really important. And Dan, thank you so much for calling in.
Thanks,
we
Dan.
are at 6:40 p.m. and we have such a full house here. I want to introduce Dawn. She is here, being very patient.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you.
Let's go to her commercial real quick while we regroup in the studio, and you don't want to miss this commercial either.
Hello, my name is Dawn, and I would personally like to thank you for your interest in my one-of-a-kind jewelry creations. I've been blessed to have traveled to many beautiful places in the world, and am sometimes lucky enough to find a little piece of nature's art along the way. Just as the sun, sand, and sea have shaped the treasures I find, they have shaped and inspired me to create jewelry as unique as the places where I've found them. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I moved to Florida's Gulf Coast in the summer of 2002. I've found Florida to be an amazing place with wildlife and beauty that inspire me every day to create new and different things. My artwork has emerged from the beaches of Treasure Island, but exhibit influences from far and beyond. I've woven coral and shell with natural elements of clay and glass, stone and metal, and wood and bone to create my visions of what jewelry can be. Each piece has been handcrafted and is the only one that exists. I hope those who find my creations will treasure them, and those who wear them find they radiate their own unique and distinctive personality. So please like me on Facebook at DawnHughesDesigns.com. And Dawn Reese of Hollywood Connections loves my jewelry line, and I hope that you will too.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We're back. And also, too, as I told you that we sell products and things and great jewelry. And Dawn, show us some of the people. Actually, I'm going to put you live on Facebook here. Show us some of the designs that you actually have made yourself and you're wearing.
Oh, that's beautiful that you're wearing.
And we're going to get to Andrew in just a second here. Andrew, thank you so much for being patient. And she's got some amazing jewelry, and it's right here, and we're going to connect you with some after interviews with her as well. So that is the necklace now. It's real coral.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yes, every piece has a piece of either shell or coral that I've brought back from a place that I traveled to.
Nice.
So each piece is unique in that way.
So where did you travel to that one?
This one, I think the British Virgin Islands.
Okay. And what does your jewelry, kind of the range in cost, so they have an idea?
I'd say probably 40 to maybe 65.
Okay.
Oh.
Depending on, sometimes they're a lot more intricate. They might have like 5 layers and be adjustable, but some of them might be a lot more simpler, so they'd be like 40.
Okay. We have some film directors on, and we're going to come back. Andrew, I think I've got some jewelry for your film we can brand.
Oh, there you go. Why not?
It is fabulous. And so, Florida. Let's go to, real quick, Peter. Well, he's on the phone. Our phone lines are blowing up again. Welcome to Hollywood Connections. And we have actually, we had Austin St. John last week. Thank you so much for bringing your whole crew here. And before we talk, Andrew, we're going to play Austin St. John of what happened last week after you were with us at the station. Let's go to that quick intro. And Andrew, we'll be right back. Alrighty?
Okay.
I hope you're all listening to TanTalk1340.com on your way home. Actually, tune us in when you get home.
Hey, this is Austin St. John. You know me as Jason, the original Red Ranger. I am here to tell you about a new project I'm working on. I've got a lot of films and even a new TV series, a new superhero project going on. I've got a lot of things going on, but this is one that excites me for reasons that are different from all of the others. This is a film that allows me to touch hearts. This is a film that allows me to support organ donation. This is a film that allows me to touch on hot topic things that are going on in our current presidential election and every day in life, discrimination being one of the other major topics. And if you're human, you've dealt with discrimination on one level or another. Man, woman, crippled, superstar, track star, He-Man. We've all dealt with it in our own way. The name of this project is called A Gift of the Heart. We have a Kickstarter page. We have an Indiegogo page. We have a PayPal account. All of those will be listed in my link below. I want you to check this film out because if you're human and you have a conscience and a soul, you will understand. It's up to us to inform the world that we are done putting up with discrimination. It is up to us to tell the world that there is a way to help those that need organs. There is a way to help those other than ourselves. That's my message. And I think there are a lot of you that will identify with that. So if that's your message, if you know someone that likes that message, if you agree with that message, share this with everyone that you know. And at the end of the day, here's what we need. I'm shooting indie films, and I'm shooting them for a reason. I refuse to give in to the big industry. What I want to do is ask each of you to donate 25 cents. 230,000 people on my page. That's not a super ton, but 25 cents from each of you will fund this film. Kickstarter, Indiegogo, PayPal account. 25 cents. If you go to get your cup of coffee every day, whether it's Folgers Crystals, whether it's Starbucks, write off 1 cup of coffee. Don't go get it that day and send us that money. Film's funded. It's that easy. It's that easy. And without each of you, we can't do it. And with you, we can put this message out and we can make an impact on a global level. This film, if you are human and have a conscience, will hit you in the feel goods. There's no way not to feel it. It left me in tears. And I'm not one to cry with ease. I wasn't sobbing like a little girl, but I was definitely not dry-eyed. So I would challenge you, send us 25 cents or better and watch the film. Be a part of it. Check out A Gift of the Heart. Go to the Indiegogo. Go to the Kickstarter. Go to our PayPal account. Check out Facebook. Check out the internet. And be a part of this film. Be a part of making history and putting that information out there. Be a part of changing your influence on those that discriminate against you and those that you know and love every day. ASJ out.
Okay, Andrew, so we played that. And Andrew, I did donate today. I put my donation in, and we have about 10 minutes. I know we have more talent, but we're going to have you back at the station. Andrew, tell us what happened since you were here last week.
Oh, wow. So much has happened. We signed on with someone that's going to do the musical score for the film, and is going to be working with me very closely to also add an album as part of the film, which is absolutely fantastic. We got your endorsement and your donation. Thank you so much. It was very sweet of you. I did notice that, and we're eternally grateful. And we enjoy that because you're leading by example. You're doing, what everyone else should be doing.
Well, I'm going to hook you up with Holly because Holly lives in Orlando as well. Holly, say hi to Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Holly. Nice to meet you. And I actually just came from auditioning for a German television series as a New Yorker, so that was kind of interesting. And the casting director said, if you're not on a plane next week, I'll be surprised.
Well, Andrew, we have just a minute, and I know that people can also donate if you have the sauce that you are selling for barbecue. And
absolutely,
I'm going to put that on my Facebook. And I want to thank you so much. We just did play Austin St. John's interview, with his demo. Mm-hmm. And again, we have more to tell you. We have 10 minutes left. We still have more people here to audition for Holly. And thank you so much for tuning in and calling back into us.
Oh, you're very welcome. Just tell them to go to our website, givetotheheart.com. They got hot buttons there for the Actor's Handbook, which is a book that I wrote. I used to teach for film and television all over the world, and that gives you an opportunity to actually learn the stuff that I have known and been taught and learned over the last 40 years.
Okay. Well, maybe Holly can use you at her showcases for film directors. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go, on a panel. All right, sounds good, Andrew. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back with more call-ins, and we're going to change around a second. And can you play Yvonne's commercial for a second? And I'll be right back with Walter. I'm excited. You got to hear Walter.
Okay.
Okay, where's it?
Folks, do you guys have a 401k, life annuity, or retirement plan? Well, I've got good news for you. Tax and financial guru Daryl Madison will be able to help you understand funding, financing, and investing in this turbulent financial season. Call him, the tax and financial guru, Daryl Madison, at 813-872-9900. That's 813-872-9900. Tell him you heard about him from Miss Florida Diva of the Dawn Reese radio show, Hollywood Connections, Tan Talk 1340 on your AM dial.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
We have 10 minutes left, and before we start, I know Alexia wants to tell us about, since I sent you out, there was a connection that you got connected to a feature something. Tell us.
Just recently I got booked in a role for Crowley's Tomb. My character's name is going to be Marilyn Jenner, and I'm going to be a reporter in it as well, and also a few other multiple roles for like the apocalypse scenes, which I can't share too much, but I just was really excited and I wanted to share my good news.
Well, that's what we do with the youth. And let's go to Walter. We have 10 minutes. Walter, thank you so much for being patient. How are you?
Thank you. How are you today?
Fabulous. I wanted everyone, because we're going to add nostalgic old Hollywood coming back to Tan Talk. And this is bringing back Hollywood when it started. So, Walter, we met just real quickly. I only have a second because I know I'm watching my time. We were at Walmart getting a fishing pole so I could go fishing on our boat. And, of course, this lady's like, come on over here. My husband's like, no, we're going over there. So we go to Walter's line, and my husband says, Walter has a great radio voice. And I listened, and I thought, here's my card. Call me. When he called me, we talked for an hour, and we only have a minute, but I got to bring you back. We're going to do more stories on Hollywood. Tell us about your background and how much historian you are of Hollywood, old Hollywood.
Oh, it started when I was a child, and then through college, of course. But on my own, I developed the interest, and it just exploded, starting with the silent film era and Disney animation. And there was an odd connection. You're talking about indie films. The first filmmakers were indie filmmakers. The established filmmaker, real establishment, was Thomas Edison. He held the patent to film the 35 millimeter stock. So most independent filmmakers of the silent film era, they made their own film, made the sprocket holes on the side so they could veer away from Edison's patent. So it's a very interesting connection. Today, the real creative filmmakers are still independent filmmakers. That's kind of a little interconnection I was excited to want to add. That's part of film history, part of exactly what it is today and it was in the past. It's all yesterday was today.
And then we're going to bring stories that we were talking about. Holly, do you have a question? Anybody have a question for him real quick?
No questions, but really interesting, though.
Very interesting.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
We're going to have him at the station, so we're bringing Old Hollywood back. We're still coming up with a theme idea for that. And, Walter, we want to thank you so much for calling in today.
I want to thank you for having me.
No worries. We'll get back with more Hollywood stories with Walter next week.
That'll be good.
All right. And we have 7 minutes left. And before we go, and you are, what is your name?
April Young.
Hi, April. How old are you?
I am 16.
Okay. And you were founded by a scout. And when you saw what we offered here at Hollywood Connections, what did you think?
First, I was like, are they really talking to me? Like, me? April? But then, like, when Alexia, she started telling me more about what she do, I was like, wow, I can actually do that. And I actually like talking in front of the camera sometimes, you know.
Do you sing?
No.
You sound like you could.
Do you dance?
No.
All right, Holly, ask her what she wants to do.
She handles herself very well.
Yes, she does.
So what is it that you would like to be doing?
Well, I would like to actually model because, like, I love to be, like, in front of the camera. I like working with the camera. I just really love my camera.
Okay. How tall are you, may I ask?
I'm actually 5'3".
Okay. So you're a shorty like me. You know, there's definitely in the business, there's definitely standards. And the reason that we have standards is because that's what's being booked. You know, for an agent, they're only taking on talent that they know that is being booked by them, because for an agent only gets paid when their models and talent work. But I would say you're adorable. I would say play the acting card. Since you love being in front of the camera, you can do lifestyle commercial print. But play the acting card, learn how to do commercials, and then if it's something that you love, you can move into film and TV as well.
Yes.
All right, I can actually try that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be for people, they have to really want to do this,
yes.
You know, but my whole thing is I want to make sure that people are going in the right direction, because otherwise you're just spinning your wheels and wasting your time, as well as for some, they're wasting money.
Holly, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you have workshops?
Absolutely.
Yes,
I do workshops. I actually teach for a lot of agencies as well.
Okay. And do you have a schedule of your workshop?
No, because it's not something that I have ongoing. I do private lessons mostly. You know, everyone comes to us with at a different level and needs something different. And usually I start with first going about the business.
Yes.
It's important to know about contracts, know about releases, know how the industry works, know just what things are called. You know, what's going to happen when an agent calls. What do you need with you? How do you show up? What happens on an audition? So I do that, and then we work into, I usually start people with commercials, and we go from there, and then we would do some improv, we work into film and TV, and we start to break down characters.
And you know, I'm interested in people, older people. Like my theme is beauty at any age. What do you do for people that are older people like myself?
For older people, definitely. You know, like I said, I have a variety. Usually I start from the same place, no matter what age you are, because it's all information that no matter what age you are, you need to know about the industry.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how old you are. If you want to be good at something, you got to know know all the ins and outs about it. So I do work with all ages. Obviously, the older that you are, the more experiences you've had in life. So you have more to bring to the table. You know, acting is psychology.
Yes, it is.
It's all about human behavior, and as an actor, it's about duplicating that, you know, both the physical as well as the vocal. And if you can get that right, hey, you made
I just wanted people out there, to hear.
Absolutely.
They may be interested, I think they're too old or whatnot.
No, not
You're
at all.
never too old.
Go to thestarmovement.com, email us, info@thestarmovement.com, and, no, absolutely not. You see on TV, there's all ages.
Yes.
So you're never too old to start.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to be right back. Before we do, I've got another singer we're going to kind of end with as well. And you want to be a reporter for me. Is that something that you were interested in?
Yes.
I'm going to give you a test shot. We have 3 minutes and we're going to end. I know it's really quick, as you know. I want you to say reporting for Hollywood Connections and ask Holly a question.
Okay.
And your name. Action.
Hi, this is April Young. I'm reporting to you live with Hollywood Connections, and I'm auditioning with
Holly Caputo.
Hi. So I wanted to know what inspired you to be a talent agent.
Well, I came from the industry, and I realized that I was really good at marketing, and somewhere along the way, I just knew I could do something for somebody. It was something that I enjoyed, and it also, because I grew up as an actor, singer, dancer, I realized being an agent put me in the center of everything, and it was once I started to do it, I realized I love being a part of it, and I love being a mover and shaker. So for me, being an agent was it.
We have 2 minutes. I want to thank everybody so much for coming in. Holly, what do you think about auditioning for Star Movement here at the studio once a week?
Absolutely. I'd love to have auditions here. So I'm always
love
seeking
it.
new talent. My whole thing is I want to get people to the next level. So I will help get your ducks in a row, help you with your technique, get the right materials, and then put you in front of the right people.
And Dawn, I think the young lady did an excellent job over there.
Thank you. I know. I got some news to tell her.
I auditioned her, and I think she did a wonderful job. I switched it around, and she did a very good job.
I see that. We got that audition tape. Also, Peter, let's go. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Go to HollywoodConnections.biz. Check us out. You want to be on the show. You want to audition for Star Movement and with Holly. And we've got a singer, and you are?
My name is Janu. I'm from Tampa, Florida.
And we're going to play about a minute of her song, and we're going to get some interviews so you'll know who everybody is. That will be actually on the TanTalk1340.com website under Hollywood Connections. Again, any last words, Holly?
No, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Alexia. Thank you, Yvonne. And
you're welcome.
Are you going to take my mic and sing?
Yes.
This mic. You're on. She can't. Right? Oh, here. We only got 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
You want, you just be mine. Yeah, I want to dine. Yeah, I spend time. Do anything you want, you just be mine. Whoa. My God, did you see him? He looking so good, like he stepped out of GQ. He made me want to lock in and become his people's. But I'm so smooth, the girl played it off smooth. I can't let this dude get the best of me. Even if I wanna, I have him next to me. But I gotta be honest, dude, really turned me so much so I talk about him in my song. And I told myself it's just a physical attraction.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm going to take these off. We got 20 seconds to say goodbye. We're going to hook you up with some other people here, and you had met Holly before.
Yes.
And
auditioned for Holly.
there we
she
go.
actually
You
auditioned for me. Mhm.
Okay, so Holly, you have a big showcase coming up in December.
I do. I have a big showcase coming up, bringing in agents, managers, record labels, theme parks, production companies, and more.
How about this? If you tune into Hollywood Connections, you can say, Dawn, audition them on the air, and then send them over. You pick them from the air.
Absolutely.
You
That
like that,
sounds
Yvonne?
great.
I love it.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're having open auditions here at Naughty
Yes.
Nancy's. We're out. We want to thank, and Chief, thank you so much for the interview the other day. We're going to play that coming up on one of the next shows. God bless, give it to him, and watch things happen. Have a great week, everybody.
Same to you, to
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
I loved her yesterday, and I thought that she'd come back to me.